I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your cattle market summary for the week ending February the 10th, where there's just light support right now for the current prices on feeder and stocker cattle, with no support from the volatile board, which really turned up and down again this week after kind of showing some moderation here in recent months. But you look at the board on live cattle, April contract, Monday was unchanged, but Tuesday up 87, Wednesday down $1.75, Thursday up 7 cents, Friday down $1.67, to end the week at 113.15 for your April, down 247 compared to the previous week. Your February spot fat contract is at 116.40 with your base price on fat cattle 120. So no support from the board. Feeder cattle on a March contract, Monday was down a nickel, Tuesday up 70 cents, Wednesday down $1.92, Thursday up $1.32, and Friday down $1.55 to end the week at 122.07, which was $1.50 lower for the week. Your next popular month, April, is at 122.02. But you look at the fat cattle market, for last week's trade was 119 to mostly 120. Through Thursday, there was 81,400 head in the 5-area feeding region, with very little trade really expected to come in from Friday. So it's going to be in the low 80,000 range, which is not too bad. We're not seeing a whole lot of market-ready cattle. Your packers are starting to back off on their slaughter a little bit. They're not making as much money as they've been used to for the last year or so. And we're just kind of hitting a lull right here. Your dress market's mostly at 190, which is steady. That live price was steady to mostly a buck higher. And remember last week on Wednesday, your Fed Cattle Exchange really kicked off the trading for the week with some Southern Plains sales up there around 120 there, but still struggling to try to sell Northern Plains cattle on the Fed Cattle Exchange. And like I said on our last visit, I think a lot of that is they would rather have those cattle purchased, dressed, and delivered to the plant, the packers would, rather than to buy those cattle live in FOB, which is the structure of that Fed Cattle Exchange. But you look at the box beef cutout value market for last week. On the average of the week sales, choice carcasses at 189.39, which was down 349 on the average weekly sale. Your select carcasses at 187.28, down 257. That spread between select and choice is just $2.11 now. But your late sales on Thursday and Friday were even lower than the average trade there, what I just quoted you. So just not much support right now in your box beef cutout values. Slaughter, like I said, is lighter, 574,000 for the week last week, which was down 19,000 from the previous week, but still up 27,000 from the same week a year ago. You look at your cash feeder cattle market, feeders for the week were firm to $5 higher. Your cattle going right into the feedlot, moderating late in the week with just hardly any sales quoted higher late in the week. You did kick off the week pretty good there, but it should start out the week steady to a little lower coming this week in your big early Monday sales. We're going into the week with no steam at all. We're just kind of coasting into the week with guys a little bit unsure about the cattle that they bought in the last few weeks, when everybody was getting excited about getting cattle warmed up for grass and filling some empty pens in the feedlots and things like that. And we're not going in with a whole lot of hope for a higher market on our feeder cattle. Now, calves and stocker cattle for last week were $3 to $8 higher, with people still getting really excited about buying cattle to background to get ready for graze out wheat or for early grass. And the big push on those is they want to get in on while there's still some old croppers left. They're starting to run out the quality old crop cattle, because most of your old crop cattle are big enough to go right into the feedlot. So if you want quality and you want cattle light enough that are still old crops, you're getting kind of the end of the line. Even in the southeast, if you're ordering some cattle, some kind of agey cattle like you like to get out of there with a thin condition, there's not as many of them going to be old crops as there were just a few weeks ago. But that pretty much does it for your cattle market summary for this week. check out DV Auction. I know a lot of you guys are getting busy starting to calve, and if you need some production breeding stock, we've got 45 sales coming up this week. Production cattle sales on DV Auction. You don't have to leave the ranch. You can just get on your laptop or on your tablet and bid and shop right there for breeding bulls and maybe some replacement heifers or something to really improve the quality of your herd. But traveling this week here in Sturgis, South Dakota, safely between bike rallies. But we'll talk to you on Wednesday.